Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Episode 913 of the show, and I do apologize. I usually make my AEW Dynamite Event Center last night after AEW Dynamite's over. Been having a bit of a cold, a little bit of cough in there, because this weather cannot make up its mind whether or not we want it to be warm in October or a little cool fall weather in October. It's New England weather. It's insane, let me tell you. But you know, we had, what, 80-degree weather in October? Would you believe that? Would you believe that? It's like, what's next? And if it's 80 degrees throughout the month of October, heck, forget, dressing up for Halloween. We can dress up as surfers for Halloween and go tanning, Hey, dudes, look at me. I'm a surfer, dude. Why are you wearing shorts in Halloween? Dudes, it's like totally 80 degrees outside, bro. In the waves and all that. So, excuse me. Man, oh man. See, that's what I'm telling you. The weather cannot make up its mind. So, I was able to, I was coughing so much that I got to get some sleep. And I'm feeling a little bit better, like I said, a little bit of cough here and there. But we got to talk about what happened on AEW Dynamite. Not only it is the WrestleDream Fallout, but it is. But it is also the Fallout. It is the 4-year anniversary for Dynamite. That's right, 4 years Dynamite's been on already. And it's really crazy. It kicked off with Renee Paquette interviewing Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, who will be taking on who was supposed to take it on the team of Konosuke Takeshita and Sammy Guevara, but Guevara was not medically cleared after his battle on WrestleDream, so they're calling on a replacement. So, and as they were talking, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega talking about who Don Callis might call on to replace Guevara, as a member of Don Callis' family. Adam Copeland approached the two of them, shook hands with Jericho, said, "Great seeing you again," and then Kenny Omega goes, "Nice to finally meet you. You had me on the edge of my seat." It was a little joke, but then they shake hands. So, and then Don Callis, I can't stand the guy. I'm going. So I gotta address the Stockton cloud, because it took place in Stockton, California. So there's that. The international title on the line: Ray Phoenix versus Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks. Ray Phoenix did retain the title. Then Adam Cole, baby, decided to visit Roderick Strong, even though he had an ankle injury he had to go to surgery on. And they had to play it twice, because the first time around, unfortunately, they had audio issues. So they played again. It was him with the Kingdom, and they said, "Hey, I need you to do me a favor. Can you remove furniture? Because I got to have surgery, but it's the feng shui, and you're pretty good interior decorating." So he did that, and Roderick Strong gave him like one of those wheels, so you can hold up the ankle and ride it with the other. It was really cool. They had a lot of fun. And he said, "Listen, I got to get this surgery done, and I'll let you know when it happens. I'll update you and everything else." So Griff Garrison, who has made his first TV appearance in 2023 in the ring, as you know, in Ring of Honor, you're just trying to get him and Cole Carter trying to join forces with Maria Kanellis-Bennett. But then those plans could go awry because the return of Wardlow. And Wardlow basically mollywopped Griff Garrison. And Wardlow is back. He's hungry. He's on a mission. I bet you, I would not be surprised if he goes after the TNT Championship again, which is going to be waterlogged with, with with Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Luchasaurus in the mix. So we'll see what happens there. And Renee Paquette interviewed Don Callis and Konosuke Takeshita and said, hey, Sammy Guevara is not medically clear, but replacing him tonight to face Jericho and Omega, none other than Aussie Open's Kyle Fletcher. It was recommended by Will Ospreay, who is the leader of World Elite. That was in the faction in Japan that Aussie Open was part of. So there you go. Trios title on the line. The Acclaimed took on Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade, and the Acclaimed do their thing, and Scissor Me, Daddy Ass. So that happened. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn didn't retain the titles. And then the final part of the RJ City Toni Storm interview, where Toni Storm had an epiphany. Now, a lot of people are raving about this character that Toni Storm's displaying. I am going to agree with everyone to say that this character that Toni Storm's doing is awesome. I mean, listen, I'm in love with Toni Storm already. I thought she was gorgeous. But this makes me more in love with her because she's got the hair like Marilyn Monroe. She's got that 50s starlet breakdown mode. And then she starts going at RJ City's hilarious with this. I think RJ City should be like a manager to Toni Storm, in my personal opinion. I think RJ City... I remember RJ City was freaking Gildar from the show Splat-A-Lot that aired on Nickelodeon. Even though it's a Canadian show, they aired it here on Nickelodeon a couple times. So anyways, Toni Storm's like upset because RJ City mentioned that she's wrestled for 14 years. He goes, but you're not old. And then she goes, I'm timeless. So from here on in, she is known as Timeless Toni Storm. Love it. I freaking love it. And we're going to see her later on in the evening. And I just love Toni Storm. I love Toni Storm. Timeless Toni Storm. A little bit more on her as we go along here. The Bullet Club addresses the crowd in Stockton about MJF accusing him of being the one that attacked Jay White. MJF interrupts and interrupts them, and then he said, you know what, it would not be me and everything else. I'm up front about everything, but that's not me. I know the match used to be mine, but everything was stolen. But he went after, he decided, well, how about this? Stockton knows what's up, so I say about a Stockton street fight. So you're about to go. So they escape the ring. I was like, something's up. Jay White attacks him from behind, give him a variation of the Crossroads, and then he challenges MJF to a title match at Full Gear. And MJF recovering from the attack, he goes, you know what? Got 2 words for you. You're on. So it'll be MJF versus Jay White for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship at Full Gear. So there's gonna be a lot of Bullet Club Gold Star and MJF going back and forth. Renee Paquette interviews Orange Cassidy and Hook, and Orange Cassidy goes, "Yeah, what? We would have made great tag team champions. Well, Hook's a great champion. He's got a championship." And Hook goes, "You can make a great champion too." And they eat chips, and they were eating chips and whatever. And Hook offered Renee Paquette chips. She goes, "No thanks." She eats ketchup chips, kids. That's how it is. Anyways, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega took on Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher, which Jericho and Omega won the matchup. But Don Callis has always got an ace up his sleeve, this guy. What is up? Powerhouse Hobbs comes to the ring, attacking Jericho and Omega. And it seems like Don Callis, if he's in league with Don Callis, having Powerhouse Hobbs part of Don, you got Konosuke Takeshita, Sammy Guevara, and now freaking Will Ospreay. And you got freaking Powerhouse Hobbs. This is a pretty good stable that Don Callis is building. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be really, really cool. And then Renee Paquette interviewed once again interviewed MJF in the trainer's room, and he was in a pissed off mood, and MJF says he'll beat Jay White. But then Max Caster interrupts MJF, and MJF's like, hey, you was talking to me on the social media. Stop it. Stop it. I'm like, oh, guys, this is going to be too funny. I was like, has Anthony Bowens turned Max Caster gay? I don't know. That's something. But then he tries to call Adam Cole. Voicemail. Oh, boy. I think if that's... So, Samoa Joe did address being a champion, being hungry as a champion. I don't know what happened to the television title. Did he lose the title? I don't know. But he says that, he's dressing MJF as I've earned his respect. And he's earned mine. So, hey, that's pretty good. All right. The Battle of the Nice Butts. Okay? That's what I'm going to call this one. Everybody's saying it's like Sky Blue's got a nice rear end, and so does Toni Storm. Timeless Toni Storm. Oh, my goodness. I love Toni Storm. I hope they add her as a DLC in AEW Fight Forever. My personal opinion. I hope they do, because I love Toni Storm. I would create my character and have him team up with Toni Storm. And Hikaru Shida. Anyways, might I digress? Toni Storm was the most entertaining. Was the entertaining factor throughout this matchup. She goes to the camera. Here's the fun part. Brett talking about breaking the fourth wall. She goes to the camera and says, "And we'll be right back after these very important sponsors." It's like she kind of knew, or it's like kind of cued the commentary team. Was like, hey, you should have said, "Right, these sponsors, but this match will be in picture in picture." That's what somebody was. If I was Toni Storm's manager, also this match will be. You keep watching this match in picture, right? And then she announced that she'll do a titty slap. I'm like, oh, good lord! And the way Toni Storm carried that match was phenomenal, hilarious. I love it. Toni Storm being more entertaining. I'll tell you one thing: the WWE may have kicked him. I'll tell you, if she ever came back to the WWE, she should bring this character with her. Trust me on that one. It will be just or have a hybrid of her rocker character with that kind of character. You're talking about form a new Riot Squad. Why in the heck not? Have her, Liv Morgan, who knows? But right now she's killing it in AEW, loving it right now. She's now known as Timeless Toni Storm. Gotta love it. And not only that though, and she won the matchup, by the way. And so that was really hilarious. And then Renee Paquette interviewed Stokely Hathaway. This guy, like I said before, time and time again, it looks like if you get the DNAs of Charles Barkley and Kevin Hart in a freak science lab experiment, out comes Stokely Hathaway. He says he's got a fatal four-way. I think it includes Johnny TV in this matchup and Rampage this Friday. Whoever wins that matchup will get a shot at the Ring of Honor World title against Eddie Kingston. He says he wants a champion that smells like Tom Ford, not Burger King and Newports. I was like, oh, good lord. That's gonna really anger Eddie Kingston. It's hilarious. Anyways. And Tony Schiavone interviewed Rated R superstar Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland complimented Tony Schiavone. And then did a fist bump. Said, hit the bricks. I got business to attend. And Tony Schiavone, okay, yeah. And I think it's really, really cool to see that. Showing Tony Schiavone some love. And as they hit the bricks, I love it. And then he calls out Christian Cage. Christian Cage comes out, the TNT champ. He said, hey, you were standing over Sting, a guy that is a legend. And he says, I came out here to stop all this. And they disrespected Sting, and he goes, how about this? Forget Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus. They're going to drop you like a bad habit. Why don't you team with me one more time? We'll take on the Hardy. I think he referenced the Hardy, something like that. I don't know if he did. But he said, we'll take on some of the tag team matches. So, what do you say? One more time. So, he gave, Christian Cage and him hugged. And then Christian Cage goes, go F yourself. And I'm going, what? And he goes, and then he says, I'm going to show you what you'll be dealing with this next week. And then Title Tuesday. And Luchasaurus come out along with Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne's got this cold-hearted look on his face. And he walks away and just... I cannot believe that is happening. So, that just happened. So, that is all the time we have on episode 913 AEW Dynamite Event Center. As you know, next week will be a Tuesday special, I believe, because they're going to have baseball on Wednesday, so it frees up the Wednesdays for me. That's pretty good. So, I'll see you guys later. And, oh, that's right, next episode, Pressure Luck. We'll see if I can defend my titles easily. So, I don't think, no, I'm not the champion on both. I am not the champion. Well, I'm just saying. I keep track of this. Player 2 and Player 3 are the defending champions. See if I can get that done. All right. So I will see you guys later. Excuse me. On the next episode. Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doer for Bob Saget production, and in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.